Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Monday Special. Today we're going to be trying out the deck I talked about last week. Izzet Delver. So I'm super excited about trying this list out. Hopefully you can compete. We play 4 Delver secrets, Petromander and Sprite Dragon. So it's kind of a sweet creature package. Brazen Borrower 2. So I'm super excited about trying this list out. We have so we also have Ionize, which is kind of a card that doesn't see a lot of play. But that is the deck we're trying out today. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll be alerted for future videos, and let's get into the deck list. So, as you can see, we have Fiery Impulse for interaction, Consider for card draw, Opt, a little bit of that, Make Disappear for counter magic, along with Lofty Denial, Spell Pierce. We have Chart a Course to help draw through our deck, and fill our yard up a little bit for Petromander. We also have Fiery Mastermind as an alternative way to win the game with Hall of the Storm Giants and Den of the Bugbear. So that is our main board. Sideboard, we have Bali for Greasefang, mono white, mono blue. Spirits, we have Kurunos, God of Storms, as a way to fight through control matchups. Ether Gust for mono green, Negate for control with Dispute. We have Search for Shkanta for against mid-range, like Rakdos mid-range. We have Roast to bring in for Shieldred. That is our deck we're trying out today. Hopefully we do good, and let's see this deck in action. Canal, go. Steam Vents, Canal, Sprite Dragon, Fiery Impulse, pass a turn. Pathway on blue, passes. Sprite Dragon, smack you for 1. Another Impulse, Crackling Drake. Sakasan, Royal Scions, Loots, pass the turn. Upticks, Probable Alliance. Well, try to Ionize. Treasure Cruise, passes. Chart a Course, get rid of a Lightning Strike, play a Hall, pass the turn. Island, Shredder, a second Shredder. Loots, Sakasan, pass the turn. Consider, Loots, tap Den. Goes to combat, swings out with the 2/4. Fairy Mastermind, Petty Thief the Royal Scion. Since I don't really care, since he's already going to connive, gets rid of a Canal, a Hall, an Otawara, and a Steam Vents. All lands. Take it. Lightning Strike the Shredder. Pass the turn. Another Fairy Mastermind. Counter it. Gets rid of a Sprite Dragon. Impulses. Royal Scions. Gets rid of Consider. We do need to get rid of the Shredder at some point. Treasure Cruises. Play the Den. Hits me for 8. Down to 10. Impulse. Pass the turn. Gives that a +2/0. Turns on the Den. Goes to combat. Attacks out. Play Fairy Mastermind. Alright, I'm off. Maybe Disputes. Down to Thrill. Command. I also kind of want to bring in him too. What 2 cards am I cutting? Maybe a Opt. Chart a Course, run it like that. Canal. Delver. Go. Steam Vents. Let me guess. Impulse. Play a land and pass. Island. Passes. Play a Hall. Go. Plays a Sakasan and passes. We untap. Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. Plays a Pathway on blue. Plays a Ledger Shredder. That resolves. Strike. Make Disappears. Can't pay. We untap. Play Otawara. Bounce the Shredder. Go. Plays an Island. Shredder. A second Shredder. Ionize. Sprite Dragon. Pass the turn. Spell Pierce. That's fine. I really don't even care about Sprite Dragon. Alright, that resolves. Kills my dragon. Plays a tap Den. Hits me. Pass the turn. That's fine. Royal Scions. Gets rid of an Otawara. Shredder. That's fine. Spell Pierce. Brazen Borrower. Gets rid of a Volley. Turn on the Hall. Go to combat. Smack, smack. Turns on the Den. Hits me back for 8. Smack you back for 3. Crackles. Hits me with both. Block the Goblin token. Down to 4. Abrades my flyer. That's not a good draw. Chart a Course. Consider. It's got to be something I could draw here. Actually, I'm just off. Alright. 0-1. I feel like this matchup is a toss-up. I mean, we definitely, didn't draw correctly, but let's get into the next. Hall, go. Plays his own hall. Passes. Canal. Sprite Dragon. Smack you. Okay, blue-white control maybe? After playing a fortress. Canal. Go to combat. Smack you. Tap Destroy Ruins. Destroy Ruins. Fateful Absence. Ionize. Consider. Graveyard. Delver Secrets. Put that on red. Go to combat. Hit you for 3. Plays a tap Glacial Fortress. Narset. Down takes Narset. Play Fairy Mastermind. Finds an Absorb. Passes. We will reveal. So we have that flipped. So let's go ahead and dig. Before he could use Absorb, we will take Lofty Denial. Consider. Go to combat. Face. Narset. Face. Passes. Go to combat. In case he plays Settle, we will attack for Xaxes. Fateful Absence. Attempt to counter it. Got game 1. Run it like that. Scoops up the match. He had a mole too far. What are you going to do against a Izzet Prowess stack? So 1-1. Let's get into the next. Reef. Go. Swamp. Sludge. Crawler. Didn't even know that was a card. Impulse. Play a hall. Go. Island. Infiltrator. Mastermind. Reef. Thrill. That's why I did it. I wanted that Delver. Hit you with Fairy. Swamp. Midnight Clock. We will reveal. Flip it. Put that on red. Lightning Strike of the Flyer. Go to combat. Smack you for 5. Island. Forsaken Monument. Bounce the Forsaken Monument. Go to combat. Hit you for 5. Kozilek Shrieker. Another Sludge Crawler. Cast a Brazen Borrower. Go to combat. Hit you for 8. Got game 1. There's a lot of Devoid cards. So does that technically count as a blue spell? On it back. Island. Drone. Reef. Go. Swamp. Hits me. Eats Sprite Dragon. Which is fine. I'm looking for lands. It's a land. Sprite Dragon. Attempt to hit you for 1. Plays a swamp. Plays a tomb. Hits me. Blue. Impulse. He gets the loot. Consider. I don't think I need Chart of Course. Go to combat. Hit you to 16. Mind Melter. Passes. Opt. Impulse to the bottom. Thrill. Get rid of Spell Pierce. Coast. Go to combat. Smack you for 5. Okay. Sifter of Skulls. Hits me. Consider. Consider's fine. I do want to keep up Ionize, so we'll just do one more Consider. That's fine. Another instant or sorcery. Seems pretty decent. Smack you for 7. Plays a swamp. Draws a card. Flips it. And we'll go ahead and counter that. Hit him to 2. Swings that out for 6. Down to 8. He is tapped out. And we have 8/8. We also have 2 damage here. So we'll go ahead and cast Prismari Command. 2 damage. Destroy Artifact for the win. Got it. 2-1. Let's get into the next. And now, Petromander. Go. Hollow Fountain. Reef. Sprite Dragon. Smack. Island. Foretells a card. Play Sakasan. Smack. Lotus Field. Counter the discontinuity. So now he has to sack his lands. And we untap. Put that on blue, I suppose. Smack you for 3. Ganju. Passes. Play a pathway on red. Go to combat. Smack. Hit you to 10 past the turn. Wandering Emperor. Counter it. Hollow Fountain. Another Wandering Emperor. Ionize. We untap. This costs 5. Is that right? Go to combat. Hit you for 9 and win. So we bring in Disputes. We bring in him and potentially search for Escanta. Impulse is out. Opt out. Chart of Course out. Prismari Command out. Up and negate. Oh, down Lightning Strikes. Up negate. Keep the opt. The thrill. No, we'll keep in the Chart of Course. I don't like that. All. Passes. Steam Vents. Untapped. Petromander. Go. Plains. Passes. Paul. Sprite Dragon. Go to combat. Hit you for 2. Island. Passes. Coast. Go to combat. Hit you. Shark Typhoon. Petty Thief. Pump the Dragon. Hit you for 3. Pass the turn. Otawara. No double white, so I mean there's no verdict coming. Passes. Delver. Pathway on blue, I guess. Go to combat, smack you for 3. There's no Emperor either. Ether Gust. Counter. Takes 4. Pathway on blue? Foretells a card. I'm so lost. Why didn't you put that on white? Passes. Delver. And he scoops it up. 3-1. Let's get into the wrap up. So what did we learn this week about this deck? And overall, we went 3-1. We had one very difficult matchup against another Izzet deck, Drake's. Other than that, we beat Control essentially twice. And then we had a decent win against a weird Eldrazi deck. I'm not really sure what exactly is up with that. But we did manage to out-tempo the Control deck, which is quite nice. So I do like the fact that this has a decent Control matchup. Whether or not this deck can compete against something like Rakdos mid-range is something I didn't actually get the chance to test. But overall, I thought the deck was pretty reasonable. I did like the Petromander. Pretty nice little 1-drop. I kind of wish we had more 1-drops for the threats, like just to get underneath there, to start getting a tempo plan going. But other than that, the deck functioned quite well. So we were able to flip Delver at least a few times. And he is a decent sized clock, right? 3 damage in the air is quite fast for a 1-drop. So I do think this deck is kind of sweet in that regard. If you have any suggestions at all, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification to be alerted for future videos. And until next time, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.